You guys should recognize everybody on the court. We have the Newmans, Lindsey and Riley, against Irina Tereschenko and Joey Farias, who were just on the court, just interviewed by the Golden Boy Scott Golden, and I'm actually joined by Scott right now.
What's going on? Man, this is going to be fun because the Newmans have a very unique and distinct style of play. The other pros initially when they came on the scene weren't sure how to play them. Now I think some of the pros are making some adjustments. They're starting to figure out how to play the Newmans. But one thing's for sure, no matter how you play them, you're going to have to grind points out with them. They are not going to give you a whole lot to work with. They're going to be consistent and steady and patient, and they're going to make you work the point for a long time. And the way you win points on them is to get them frustrated with each other, and that's about the only way I can describe how you beat them. Right there, Joey did another technique that some of the pros are figured out, is that the Newmans play every ball like a wall. So if they back up and they're used to playing the ball on a slam, like smash, and Joey just dropped it short. So it's got to be extremely frustrating to play against a team like Riley and Lindsey Newman, though, because they literally don't make mistakes. Or if they do, it's usually a forced error, not an unforced error. So you just have to win every point by imposing your will.
Still 1-1 here.
Yeah, that was deep. Irina knew it too immediately. I mean, the Newmans aren't known for making bad calls, honestly. They might miss a call here or there over the course of a tournament, but they're not known for being bad line callers. They're actually known as being very good line callers, so no question there, no argument.
2-1-2.
She got it. Yeah, it's too good, though. I mean, he worked them back and forth, side to side, and then ended up getting the ball that he wanted to be able to put away. Man, that's incredible that he even got a paddle on that. She jumped that kitchen so fast and whipped that paddle, and he just played it like it was nothing. It did go out, but man, that was just unbelievable. Yeah, that's a way that you can find a little chink in the armor right there. You got to get Lindsey and Riley kind of flustered and kind of getting at each other a little bit and kind of break down their solidity, because they're brother and sister, and they're hard to break down. The other thing is, to beat the Newmans, you can't have a ton of unforced errors. You've got to play literally just almost flawless to beat them, because they're not going to make a lot of mistakes. Like these unforced errors, it's the reason you see the pros on the other side of the net speeding it up sometimes without good cause, is because if you just sit there and dink with them, they will dink literally till dark tonight. They might be on the same point when it gets dusky, so you got to find ways to get creative, and that's why you might see a couple unforced errors trying to push the ball. Still a tightly contested match here early. That ball sailed on Joey. That's a rare missed return by Joey Farias right there.
I think he was expecting more wind from that, because it got caught up in these kind of sails that we have here in the court.
Nice read by Lindsey. Get out of the way of that one. Love the communication out there. I mean, obviously they're brother and sister. They've been playing sports together forever, but you can tell they're very in sync with each other. I think me and my sister would just argue the whole time if we were out there together.
You see how they moved together right there? She was back. So they won that point off a hustle. No other reason. No other reason. And the communication that you're talking about. She was back. He was up. When the ball got hit soft over the net, he just goes over and gets it. She circled around. They didn't even have to communicate about it.
You know, some of that communication could also be nonverbal, right? They know exactly by the energy, the looks on their faces, the number of factors, what's going on, and they adjust and course correct.
Yeah, definitely. And when we get a timeout break, I want to tell a funny story about the Newmans because, funny and also intriguing. And it's just a little insight into how amazing these two players are and how blessed we are to have them in our sport, quite honestly. That's a great backhand Ernie by Joey Farias. He recognized that the ball was getting lifted straight across, and he did not wait around to find out what was going to happen. He went ahead and attacked it off the dink. I mean, off Riley's dink. That's a good defensive play by Irina. She stayed back. Also good nonverbal communication between Joey and Irina there. Good discipline there. He wanted to hit it, but did you notice Irina immediately said no, and that was just enough of him hearing that to lay off that ball.
You know, Joey was the first pro player I ever watched play live in real life. It's the 2018 Beer City Open. Him and Catherine Punta were playing together. Fun fact.
I love it. Thanks for that, Eddie. Little bit of miscommunication there between Irina and Joey. Irina went to look like she was going to go for an Ernie, and then the ball got dinked soft, and Joey got kind of caught flat-footed and not moving with his partner there. But she did kind of go late, so it's not necessarily his fault, but he's got to be ready at this level. You can't take anything for granted. 6-5-2. Not much separation between these two teams at the moment. Again, though, these unforced errors, you guys, we will look back and we will remember these unforced errors through the middle of this match because they're going to grind you out, and if you make mistakes, they're going to make you pay. All they need is just a little separation to be able to close the game out. Notice they use a very unique backhand. They kind of turn the paddle, I think, to a semi-Western. I'm not a tennis guy, but I think it's a semi-Western grip.
Yeah, and the thing about the semi-Western is that if you're at the line, it's easy to pop that ball up because of your paddle position, but that's why they always use the second hand to force that face closed, so that way when they block, when they're hitting their shots, it's at a flat or downward trajectory.
Absolutely, and they're just magical with their touch. It's fun to watch.
I bet you if we taped both of their hands to the paddle and they had to play the entire match like that, they would play still almost as good as they do right now.
They'd still beat 95% of the teams out
totally
there.
Would.
They'd actually probably be very familiar with it and comfortable.
Yeah.
You'll see them sometimes hit two-handed forehands. Not all the time, but they will occasionally do that. Now, the only downside to their style sometimes is that they sometimes won't push the ball when they get a ball up, and then occasionally they'll lift the ball a little too high. Not very often, but like that was an example of where another one right there. But they play such good defense. That is. See how Riley came over to the middle to cover? That's just incredible athleticism by Riley Newman there. It doesn't hurt that he is a 6'2", 6'3" athlete on the court. All right, I want to tell this cool story about the Newmans.
We've all been waiting for this story here, Scott.
I thought you guys might give me the lead in, but nobody was saying it, so I just went ahead with it. I'm just kidding.
What's your cool story about the Newmans?
No, this is great, man. So I obviously love to live stream and commentate. And early in my career with pickleball, I've been around 3 years now. And about a year in, or not even quite a year in, I'm at home and a live feed pops up out in like California. And there's a guy out there. His name's Mark Cook. And Mark is live at this tournament. It's a money tournament. And he's talking about this blonde brother and sister that's out on the court. 3 days before this money tournament in California, they had never even heard of pickleball. 3 days prior. So I guess 4 days out, they had not even heard of it. 3 days out, they put a paddle in their hand for the first time, and they just look at it, and they kind of go, huh, this sounds kind of interesting, kind of fun. So they play the whole tournament. They won the money, first place.
Gotta be kidding me.
That's a true story.
3 days?
Wow.
3 days before the tournament, they found out about pickleball. And all they did was smash the ball. They didn't know anything about dinking or resetting or any of that stuff. They just went out there and smashed the ball. And they won on pure athleticism. And if Mark Cook is out there live right now watching, he will verify that story with it. And I actually talked to Lindsey and Riley firsthand, and they confirmed. It's great defense by Joey. It's also great discipline from Lindsey Newman because they love their backhands, and for her to let that go, that's impressive because instinctually she knew she was close to that line, that sideline.
Yeah, the court sense when you're in that position can be very challenging, right? It's hard to know exactly where you are, where your lines are, and she seems to always have a knack for that.
Yeah, that's why they're pros, right? That's why we're over here commentating and they're playing on the main court. So far, the difference in the game is those 3 unforced errors that have cost Joey and Irina those 3 points. So otherwise, it would be 5-5 still. This is a rare miss. Yeah. Look how frustrated she is. They don't even like to mess up at all.
Ever.
All day for all 4 days of the event.
Yeah, I mean, and those are crazy expectations, but I mean, they come so close to it.
They really do. Remember, she went 2 games in singles without missing a serve or return. And what is it about their drives, Lindsey and Riley, that they always seem to dip in at the end, at the baseline?
It's a top spin.
It's crazy. It's like they know how to put the right amount of touch.
It's like a mathematical formulation when it goes through your mind.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love the raspy out call by Lindsey to her brother.
Which is so funny because when you talk to her in real life, she's very like cool and
mellow.
Calm, mellow, right? And then on the court, you hear the complete opposite come out of her mouth when she's making those out calls. I love it.
I love it too. I don't know if people are aware of this either, but they are both college basketball referees, which is pretty cool actually.
That is cool. One day we'll have college pickleball referees.
I love it.
Can't
That
wait
would
for
be
that.
phenomenal. I guess we should start with college pickleball first.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it.
Well, we'll sign up a bunch of referees and then hope that
That
we'll
might
start
work.
playing it. Yeah, that's true.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah, field the dreams, baby. We'll call it the Court of Dreams.
The Court of Dreams. This feels like the Court of Dreams right
It does,
now.
actually.
Just pinch me. We're getting to watch some of the best pickleball in the world up close and personal. Jeff Moulton and Eddie Atkins alongside the Golden Boy. All right, we're getting a little pushback here again from Joey and Irina. They may be down, but they're not out.
Another unforced error.
Joey in the interview talked about the sides and how the importance of the sides right now with the wind and some different factors. So maybe there's a factor involved here. Joey looking to speed that ball up. I love it. 7-8-2. Again, you'll notice Riley comes over in front of Lindsey to get that ball, but he's smart. He doesn't lift the ball from low to high with pace and put him and his partner in a jeopardy. He just dinks it soft over, and then he shuffles back over to his spot. You may wonder, why does he do that? Well, there's a couple reasons. Maybe we don't get into it right now, but if you look on the screen, Lindsey Newman, in mixed doubles, she is the number 4 ranked ladies mixed doubles player in the GPR ranking system. That's awesome.
Her brother Riley Newman is also number 4 for mixed doubles as well.
No surprise there.
I know, both fantastic doubles players and singles players.
Yeah, it's fun. They carry their single style over into they carry their double style into singles as well, with a few modifications.
Packed house right now.
Yeah, the
Standing room only.
stands are filling up. People are gathering in the center there.
It was funny. This lady, I heard her telling somebody yesterday that the bleachers didn't look packed completely yesterday, and I disagreed with her. I said that's actually just the walking area that you see open right there. Every seat was accounted for. All right. You ever notice once Riley locks into a ball like that, once he speeds that first one up, he just sits there and waits for that ball to come back so he can rip on it again.
If I had that drive shot, I sure would too.
Amen, brother.
Oh, Joey. Nice forehand drive into, looks like he hit Riley Newman's right leg there. Thanks to our instant replay powered by PaddleTech.
Unforced error there.
That's a monster
Wow.
forehand. Now, notice the difference. When I hit one like that, it's a flat ball. Joey takes it and curls it and rolls it with immense power. That's the difference. That's the tennis background in him.
To be able to shape that ball while still generating that much power. Unreal.
Well, and imagine it's not just going from high to low. It's actually changing left to right. So it's going high to low and also from one spot to the other spot. Inside out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a pole there. You know, that's one thing we've been fortunate. We haven't seen anybody run into those fence posts yet.
I know, yeah.
Frank Anthony came close in singles. He was able to avoid it.
He did come very close.
All right. Man, that is... do you guys always just love to watch that ball come scraping right over the net back and forth from these pros? It's incredible how they do that. See how he comes over, but he dinks it? See that? He did put it up even, but they had the instincts to know to let that ball go.
Well, you have to with the threat of Ernie. You got to keep that ball low to the net, or else they're just going to run around the side of the court and slam it on you on an Ernie.
Yeah, and for anybody that I've seen some people say that the Ernie should be like banned or outlawed. No way, Jose. This sport is the way it is. For a reason, and it makes it so unique, and the ability to jump that 7-foot non-volley zone just creates another dynamic for these pros to be able to utilize and take advantage of. Joey no longer just sitting flat-footed. When she went for that Ernie, he scooted over, covered that middle. Man, that's just too good.
Wow.
I touched on it earlier. It's like normally that ball would get hit long, but Lindsey just had the right amount of touch, and Irina just shakes her head because she knew, like, immediately it was going to stay in.
It's almost like she took something off of that one, just to put it in.
Yeah, just enough to where it fell right into the base there.
Oh, top spin on the backhand. That's nice.
See that? See Joey come over and just grab that ball? Unbelievable. I love the out call by Lindsey again. She tried. She tried to let Riley know.
8-11-1.
Friendly roll for Joey. All right.
Beauty.
That's
That's
good
pickleball.
execution. Joey with his own 1-2 punch right there.
11-1.
We'll call that the Farias. Good defense by Irina there to play that ball. Watch them reset and get back up. They're working their way back up. Oh, they were working their way back up till Lindsey decided that she was going to end that point there. Hit inside out past Joey. Your natural tendency is to kind of gravitate back towards the middle. And then when she's got such touch, she was able to put it in a sliver of purple right there behind Joey. Well defended on that ATP. If you don't know what an ATP is, that stands for around the post. That's what Joey just did there.
10-11-2.
Makes pickleball fun.
Absolutely. All right, it's 10-11-2. We're seeing a good
Wow.
push here from Joey and Irina. Good recovery by Irina. Joey looked like he wanted to poach, but no can do. He had to poach. But again, it's not all just an unforced error by Joey. She had such soft touch. That ball looks attackable, and then all of a sudden the bottom just falls out, doesn't it, Eddie?
It just drops. Defying all laws of physics.
Unbelievable.
Second serve.
They initially didn't make a call, but then the ref questioned it, and then they confirmed it was out. 11-10-2. Joey getting very active over here on this side. The Newmans very content with just dinking the ball. It's great. Oh, great touch. We can't really see. We have some banners in our way. Show that replay if we can, Eddie.
There it goes. Boom. Dropped right in.
Man, that
yeah.
ball dropped right at the back. The look on Joey's face was all I had to see to know that ball was in.
Two.
12-10-2. The Newmans don't need much. They just need 1 or 2 unforced errors down the stretch to close a game out. Because the thing that makes them so dangerous is not the immense power. It's not the athleticism. It's not just one thing in particular. It's all of it together that makes them so dangerous. And they're completely content, Jeff, with staying patient, staying disciplined, and just playing their game regardless of what the other team's doing across the net.
And get you out of your game. And, where you're doing things, you're going to do an Ernie like they are, or you're going to make a mistake that you normally wouldn't do. They see that. They know where their partner is. They know where the other 2 players are on the other side, and they can exploit it. It opens things up when you have that kind of ability. And to recover, when you can do an Ernie and then get back into your spot and recover and make a shot after you tried an Ernie and ball didn't come to you. You got to get back.
Yeah, but the great thing about these pros is that other partner already is moving there. And
They compensate.
That's what gives them such a confidence to be able to do it in it, Jeff. It's fun to watch. It's like an orchestra. I don't know that I've ever seen an Ernie attempt quite like what Riley just did there, but it didn't work out in their favor.
10-13-1.
All right, the side out is 10-13-1. Let's see if they can make a push here. Joey and Irina get back in this game.
Second server.
They're only down 3, but against the Newmans, it might as well feel like climbing up Mount Everest.
Server.
Yeah. Uphill battle.
The Mount Everest of pickleball.
Mount Dora.
Correct. Mount Dura. That was a good one, Jeff. Actually, I love that.
That cut is awesome. I got a great view of it from here. Amazing how he does it.
Friendly roll there, but Lindsey able to get it. I actually thought Irina was going to try to attack Lindsey because she was down on her knees, but she chose to go at Riley there.
Good night.
Oh, that's great deception. Joey turned, if you watch that, Joey actually turned his hips like he was going to the sideline, and Riley went there, and then Joey put it right down the middle.
Flattened it out.
Man, that was great deception by Joey.
10-2.
All right, we got to get one more stop here for Irina and Joey to have a chance. I love how active Joey is right now. He's playing basically from middle, about a foot over in the middle line to all the way to his baseline. Now there, I think it just the Newmans were scrambling and made a play, but Joey had the game plan there and he was trying to execute it.
10-2.
The Newmans had other plans.
Do or die now.
Yeah, match game point on the paddle of. Well, that ended quickly.
Yeah.
When Joey decides he's going to put a ball away, it typically doesn't come back.
No.
I've actually seen Joey flatten a Dura ball before at a tournament up in North Carolina.
10-14-1.
Irina choosing to stay back for 2 shots until she could get up there. Oh, that's a man, that's a rare mistake by Lindsey Newman. She was trying to paint that line on the corner over there and just missed.
And with that two-handed dink, it's almost like she's just kind of pushing that ball wherever she wants it to go.
Almost guiding it.
Yeah, like here you go. This is where you're going to bounce. This is the direction you're going to go in.
I've often wondered how they make it look so easy to just put the ball where they want. All the pros, not just the Newmans, all of them. All right.
11-14-2.
You're still seeing some stacking. Joey wants to be in that middle with his forehand to gobble up any ball that goes up in the middle there. And you can see he's almost, not quite, but almost standing on the middle line there. Irina holding her own. She's going to move when she needs to, but she's not going to let that deter or bother her. She's going to play her game. Yeah, that's too good. Irina actually hit into the what I would call the trap, which is the Newman's backhand. They actually sit on that backhand. They love it. They love when people speed the ball to their backhands.
14-11-1.
14-11-1. Game point here again. I wouldn't have even got a paddle on that ball, so that's impressive that he did, but Joey able to put that ball away.
14-11-2. Second serve.
All right, they got to get one more hold here to have a chance. Ooh, Lindsey thought about the attack, but no can do. I tell you, that's fun pickleball to watch. The Newmans just a little too much for Irina and Joey there. 15-11 final.
15-11. The Newmans take it over Joey and Irina.
All right, guys, we're back live for another interview here with Joey Farias and Irina Tereschenko. Guys, that was a hard-fought battle. It went back and forth. It was very closely contested the whole way. The Newmans got just a little gap at the end there, and they took advantage. What is it like playing against the brother and sister that really don't give you a lot to work with? Talk about your strategy going into that.
It was going to be tough today. It's perfect conditions for them. It's nice and hot, slow. The ball's dragging in the humidity. It's hard to put away a ball in normal conditions against them. It's even harder now.
Absolutely. Irina, I noticed you guys flowed really well, you and Joey. You went for a couple Ernie attempts and things like that. Are you guys looking for those things going in, or do you just kind of instinctually feel that stuff and go for it?
Well, we know each other's games pretty well, and both of us can execute that shot, so that's definitely something we're looking to do, if we can.
Talk about what do you have to do to beat a team like the Newmans that just don't make a lot of unforced errors, and they really make you work every point, probably longer than any other pro team tries to make you work. What do you do to try to get around that?
I mean, it's nothing too different. I mean, they make a couple more balls than some players, but The big one is just kind of sticking to that strategy that's been working. They do a good job of trying to bait you to hit balls where they want you to hit them, and they capitalize with their athleticism.
Definitely. All right, guys, thanks so much for your time. I know these are not always the most fun to do when you've just come off a loss, but we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to see the Newmans here in just a second. I think I see Riley coming over. What's up, Riley? Yeah, I'm doing great, man. We got Lindsey, his sister, coming in right here. All right, guys, I don't think it's any secret. You guys are a lot of fun to watch. Y'all are personally one of my favorites to watch out on the court. You just move so well. What did you guys go in with the game plan there, if any, to try to come out on top against two of the most, amazing talents in our sport?
I mean, they play a unique style of game where you don't really get too comfortable. Lindsey played really well. I felt like I was making a couple unforced errors, but they take you out of what you're doing. They move us around. They don't really miss much. So hats off to them. They played well.
Yeah, I mean, the game was close, 3-3, 5-5, 7-7. You guys got a little bit of a gap at like 11-8. It kind of stayed there for just a bit. And then down the stretch, I think you guys just found some little chinks in the armor there to take advantage of, maybe exploit something. But, Lindsey, I want to ask you something, and this is something I just noticed. You guys seem to be, I don't know if the word's like maybe perfectionist, but like you mess a shot, and I see the look. It's like you guys almost want to be perfect. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think every time we go into a match, our goal is to not miss, and that's honestly kind of what the goal is every single time. So, especially kind of the easy balls that we sometimes get, it stinks to miss those, and we hate that.
Guys, that's the secret sauce right there. Just don't mess up. Be perfect. You guys are flawless almost in your strategy and technique. You guys have continued to get better and better as this sport evolves and continues. How excited are you guys about the future of this sport?
Well, I mean, we're super excited, coming off of nationals, and then we were just at the Dave Weinbach tournament, coming off some momentum here, got a couple good tournaments. So we're just trying to push that forward, keep getting better, and we're loving pickleball.
Awesome. Do you guys have a 2020 calendar for tournaments? Have you guys sat down and looked at that? I mean, we don't need to get into all those details, but do you guys look ahead and see what tournaments you're going to be at?
Yeah, we actually had a nice long flight to get here on Christmas Day, and that was our goal on the airplane, was to figure out our 2020 schedule. And I think we did the math, and it's about 30 tournaments that we'll be going to. So we'll be hitting all of them.
Coming to a city near you.
Oh, my goodness, 30 guys. Hey, thanks for y'all's time. Go get ready for that next round. Congratulations on your big win. All right, guys, that was the Newmans. We're just wrapping up this live interview with them. Thanks again for joining us live. We've got Scott Golden, Jeff Moulton, and Eddie Atkins here at the World Pickleball Championships in 2019, Punta Gorda, Florida.